Yeah, man, this is Super James, and I am the real Superman. And I got a special song. This is a very, very, very special song. This song is dedicated to Super James. This is dedicated to my girlfriend Christy Deason. Now, my girlfriend Christy Deason, she passed away, and she died in 1988. So the song is dedicated to Christy Deason because my girlfriend Christy, she loved Guns N' Roses. Yeah, my girlfriend Christy, she really loved Guns N' Roses. She loved Guns N' Roses so much that Christy, my girlfriend, she gave me an earring, a Guns N' Roses earring as a present for me to wear, and I used to always wear it. It was a big earring, but it was from Guns N' Roses, and because I always wear her Guns N' Roses earring, because she loved Guns N' Roses so much that she bought me a Guns N' Roses earring. Well, like I say, my girlfriend Christy Deason, well, she passed away in 1988. What happened? The story is, what happened in 1988? Pretty much, Superjames. I was in rehab in 1988 for 3 months. For 3 months, I went to Mesilla Valley Hospital rehab. The reason I was in rehab is Superman was addicted to red kryptonite. So, like, pretty much Super James, he was addicted to red kryptonite. And red kryptonite makes Superman crazy. It makes him crazy. He does a lot of bad things. He, like, steals and does a lot of crazy shit. So I did a lot of crazy shit when I was on red kryptonite. So I knew I needed help. So actually I turned myself in to Mesilla Valley Hospital, signed myself up, and went to rehab for 3 months. But during the time that I was in rehab in Las Cruces, New Mexico, my girlfriend Christy, well, it was a secret. She did not know I was in rehab. Nobody knew I was in rehab. Only the teachers. Only my teachers knew I was in rehab, and my teachers every day would send me my homework from high school. So nobody knew I was in rehab. It was a secret. So Christy Deason, my girlfriend, didn't know I was in rehab. She just didn't know why I never called her. I didn't see her for 3 months. So she was very, very upset. Pretty much very sad. You know, that her boyfriend never called her. But she knew I was Superman, so she probably thought I was very busy and went somewhere to save people's lives. Or I did something and I didn't have time to tell her that I'd be gone for all these months. So what really happened is Christy Deason went with her best friend. She went to a party, and she was at this party drinking. I guess she got kind of drunk, and nobody knows why. But Christy Deason, she left the party, and she went outside. She went outside the party into a front yard, and then she went to the pretty much to the road, and while these 3 gangsters were there, and these 3 gangsters saw my girlfriend all drunk, and while they saw my beautiful girlfriend, and she was all drunk and she was very beautiful, so what they did, these 3 gangsters, they got her, and pretty much they raped my girlfriend. Pretty much 3 gangsters raped my girlfriend and left her for dead out in the street. And the problem was, see, me and Christy were going to get married, and Christy Deason was a virgin, and she wanted to get married to me. She wanted to get married in a white wedding. She wanted to have a real white wedding. So she wanted to be a virgin until our wedding night, so we had our honeymoon. So, she was a virgin, and we never fooled around and did anything, because she wanted to have a white wedding, and I wanted her to have a white wedding. So, so she was a virgin, and she wanted to, be with me the first time on a honeymoon. So when she got raped, she got pretty much traumatized, and she went crazy because this guy's raped her, and she wanted to be a virgin for our wedding night, our white wedding. So she couldn't take it anymore, and she just went crazy and got traumatized. So she got very depressed and sad. So one night, Christy's at her dad's house, and her dad had a gun in his office, in his house. Well, what happened, she got her dad's gun, and pretty much she shot herself. So Christy committed suicide and killed herself, and because she couldn't live with the shame of being, I guess, she's raped, and she wanted to be with me, married, white wedding, our first night, she wanted, like, you know what I mean? So, so she got traumatized, and, it wasn't really her fault, because she really lost her mind. So she wasn't in the right state of mind. So it's okay, because actually my father Jesus Christ forgave her, because Jesus forgave her because she did not know what she was doing. So she actually got lucky and went to heaven. Most people commit suicide, go straight to hell, but Christy was a special case. She did not know what she was doing, not in the right state of mind, so actually she went to heaven. So right now, Christy Deason lives with my Father Jesus Christ in heaven, in my castle. Pretty much, probably lives in my room, my bedroom, with Jesus. And I found out that Jesus needed her to be with him in heaven, because he had special plans for Christy. She was meant to go to heaven, and I could never save her. Yeah, Superman could never save her. Even if I wasn't in rehab, I would never have saved her, because God had plans for her. So she was meant to die and go to heaven. And God told me, she wasn't meant for us to get married. We weren't meant to be together. Maybe that's why this happened. But well, what's up. The Superman is meant to marry Lois Lane. Lois Lane is Superman's soulmate, Superman's true love, Superman's future wife. And Christy Deason wasn't my Lois Lane. So, I think that's why she passed away and God took her to heaven, because my future wife is Lois Lane. So I was never meant to marry Christy. No matter what I did, I could never save Christy's life. We were never going to get married because it wasn't meant to be. Superman, Superjames, his destiny, he was meant to marry Lois Lane. And I think I found my Lois Lane. And she lives in Las Cruces, New Mexico. And she knows who she is. So I was meant to be my Lois Lane and marry her. So I hope my Lois Lane doesn't freak out about what happened, about I lost my girlfriend, because it's not her fault, because she was meant to marry me. And wow, Christy's life was meant to die young, go to heaven. And we were all going to die young, we're all going to die, but it's good to die. Don't be scared to die. Because if you die, you're chosen to go to heaven with God. It's great to die, because we're temporaries. Like I tell people, we're all temporaries on this world, and we're trying to do our resume. We send our resume to God because we want God to give us a job as a permanent. We want to be permanent to live in heaven. So you got to have a good resume. You got to have a lot of work and experience. So we're all temporaries here, and we don't want to be temporaries. We want to be permanent, and we want to go to heaven. But before you go to heaven, to be a permanent, you got to die. So that's why she died, so she can go to heaven. And someday I'm going to die too. We're all going to die. So it's nothing bad. At least she's in heaven with my Father, with God. And like I say, she's not meant for us to be together. I just found out I'm meant to marry Lois Lane. And I think I just found my Lois Lane 4 weeks ago. We just started dating. Lois Lane, she knows who she is. I don't have to say her name. Because she's my soulmate. She knows who I am. I know who she is. But this song's for Christy Deason, because she still is my girlfriend, because she did die. We never broke up. And I still love Christy, because come on, how can I not love Christy? We're going to get married. So this song's for you, Christy Deason, because you, Christy, you love Guns N' Roses. And I know, Christy, I know you want me to sing this song for you, because I know you're in heaven. You're in heaven looking down at me, and I think you're actually taking care of me. You could also be my guardian angel, Christy. I don't know. Maybe you are my guardian angel, and that's why you're in heaven, because you're looking over Superman's shoulder and taking care of me. So this song's for you, Christy Deason, because I love you and I miss you with all my heart, and someday I'll see you in heaven, and then we can be together and party. You're going to love this song. I'll have more songs for Christy, because, I mean, she deserves for me to sing these songs for her. Because she was a great woman, you know. Well, it was her time. It was her time to pass away and die. But this is a great song. So I want to cheers, salute to all my friends out there, and all my friends that love Christy Deason, and all Christy Deason's friends. And cheers for my girlfriend, Christy Deason. I still love you, Christy, and I miss you. I want to send you all my love. And, well, you can't drink, so I'm going to drink a beer for you, Christy. Cheers, salute for Christy. Great woman. Now you guys know my story. Why I've been so depressed for many years, since 89, 90, 91. But I had to get that out of my system. I had to forget about the past. I had to, before I can gain my, I cannot be Superman. I cannot gain my powers and become the man I'm going to be in the future. Superman needed this song. He needed to talk about his past life so he can start a new life with his future woman, Lois Lane. So actually I'm glad I sang this song and made this song for Christy. I really needed this. Superman needed this to forget about his past so I can move forward and be able to live my future with my Lois Lane. But you're going to love this song. It's cool. Plus, there'll be more Guns N' Roses songs, but more nicer songs than Guns N' Roses. Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine, for Christy Deason, my girlfriend. I still love you, Christy. Man still loves you, baby. That smile that seems to me reminds me of our childhood memories where everything was as fresh as a bright blue sky. And then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. If I stare too long, I'll probably break down and cry. Whoa, 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 sweet child of mine. Whoa, 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 sweet love of mine. She's got eyes of the bluest skies, and if they thought it rained, I hate to look into those eyes and see an ounce of pain. It reminds me of a warm, safe place where as a child I hide and pray for the thunder and the rain finally pass me by. Whoa, 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 sweet child of mine. we go? Oh, where do we go now? No, 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 no. Sweet child, sweet child mine. That song was for my girlfriend, Christy Deason. I love you, Christy. And I miss you and I still think about you. Hopefully someday we'll be all together and I'll see you in heaven. But I'll be singing more songs for you, Christy. Because you'll always be in Superman's heart. And I want to give you kisses and a lot of hugs, baby.